Alright, I'm rolling a little IPA, hopefully just to keep from forgetting how to play while we wait for it to release. I think it's pretty much ready to go at this point, so I think it's just a matter of timing. I don't know if he's got a specific idea of when he wants to release it, or if he's waiting for maybe he put in some orders for a printer, or who knows, waiting for the computer version. I don't know what he's waiting for at this point, but I think it's pretty much ready to go, so it should be out soon. And I think it's lost a little bit of momentum. I think it had more momentum last month. Now with the baseball season over, it's getting later and later in the year to release a baseball game, but we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I'm trying to stay sharp. And in the top of the fourth of this game, Cubbies lead at 3-1 over the Angels. These are the 84 Cubs and the 84 Angels. Thad Bosley's going to lead it off in the top of the fourth. And just try and stay sharp playing this game. Got a 3-4 on Romanek. And against a lefty, that's a blank. So Bosley will get to use his card on a 1-8. And that's just a liner to short. Infield's not in, so it's just an out. One out. That'll bring up Keith Moreland, who homered in the second inning for the Cubbies. I played these two teams once the last time as well, and the Cubbies at home beat the Angels 4-3 in what was a really good game. Now I'm playing this one in Anaheim, and the Cubbies lead it again, this time 3-1 top four. See if Moreland can do anything. 6-7, and that's a K chance against a righty. Moreland is a 9, and there's no ballpark adjustment, and the D20 is a 3, so that's a strikeout. 2 out, nobody on, and that's going to bring up Jody Davis. Jody Davis is 0 for 1. He flied to center. 2 out, nobody on, and we got a 7-7. And 7-7's an auto out 3. Auto out 3 is a fly to center. And that's 3 on the D20. As that was just an auto out without a number next to it. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. And the Cubbies lead it 3-1, but they're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Dennis Eckersley on the mound for the Cubs. And Juan Beniquez is going to lead it off. Beniquez homered in this game. He also homered in the last game, so he's been playing well. Angels need to try and get something going here. And we got a 2-2 on Eck, and that's a K chance, righty. Beniquez strikes out at a 12 clip against righties, no adjustment for the ballpark, and that's a 10 on the D20 and a strikeout. Second in a row, he struck out Reggie Jackson to end the third, and now he starts the fourth with a strikeout. And that'll bring up Freddie Lynn. Lynn flied to center his first time up. Lynn with the Angels here in 84. And we got a 2-5, and that's a blank on Eck. So we're going to go to Lynn. And we get a 4-8. 4-8 is a question mark to right against a right-handed pitcher. We got a 10, and that's a double. So that's a double for Freddie Lynn. We got a runner in scoring position with 1 out, down 2 runs. Lynn on second. He is a 1 attempt. Eckersley is a +2. That's a 3. I guess technically with a remainder, you would maybe have a 1 chance to steal third. But it's a 15, so Grich is going to bat. Bobby Grich is up, 1 out runner on second. And we got a 7-4. 7-4 is a K chance, right-hander. Grich is a 13. And that's a 3, so Grich goes down on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning. Third out in a row that's been a strikeout. Lynn will be on second with 2 out. Guess we'll give the strategy roll another shot, but he's probably not going. He's not, and there's no other strategy with 2 outs, so Boone will bat. Bob Boone is up. 2 out, runner on second. Angels need a big hit here. And we got an 8-6. 8-6 is a blank on Eck. 8-7 would have been a home run chance, but 8-6 is a blank. Let's see what happens with Boone. Got a 5-8. 5-8 on Boone is just a grounder right back to Eckersley, and that'll end the inning. So 1-3. 3-1 through 4. Let's roll one more inning. Not much happened there. Ron the Penguin Say for the Cubbies. Going to lead it off. He is 0 for 1. He popped to third. Popped to his counterpart at third base. His first time up. Top of the 5th inning. And we got a 7-5. 7-5 is a possible error on a booted ball. And we get a 1-6. And a 1-6 is a ground ball. 1-6 is a grounded to short. Wilfong's playing short. And he's a 20 error, so that is going to be an error, and I believe booted ball is just a 1 base error here. So Say will be on with an E6. Let's double check real quick. Error on a booted ball and a grounded to short, just the old 1 base error. So Say is going to be on the Wilfong error to lead it off. He is a 1 attempt, but Romanek is a -1, so no chance to steal. We'll roll for the other stuff, and a 20 does get his sacrifice, but I'm going to let him swing. They're up 3-1. I'm going to let Boa swing. I'm going to take off the sacrifice. So, runner on first, nobody out. And it's a 2-3. 2-3 is a blank. Boa gets the swing and put it in play. 6-4. 6-4 is a grounder to second. There is no hit and run on, so 6-4 is going to just be a grounder to second. So now we got to look at double plays. The modifier for a grounder at second base is +1. And Romanek is a +1, so the D20 was an 11, and we get +1 is 13. Boa's double play, though, is 18 and up, so 13 is going to be in between the base runner's speed and his double play, so it's just going to be a regular fielder's choice. 4-6, 1 out. Boa is now on. He's a 3 attempt, -1 is a 2. So he's got a 1 or a 2 to steal. And it's a 15. Now again, a 15 hits Dernier's sacrifice, but with 1 out and a runner on first, I'm not sacrificing. So Dernier's going to get to swing as well. Waving off that sacrifice again. I don't like the bunt anyway, to be honest with you. So runner on first, 1 out. Dernier is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. We got a 5-6. 5-6 is a range play, 13 or less, but it's a 17 on the D20, so there's no range play. So we go to Dernier. And we get an 8-5. 8-5. That's one of these N6s. And there are no runners in scoring position, so we do have to check the N number. Romanek N number is a 7, but the D20 is an 11, so no good. So that is going to be a base hit. And it's an S6, it looks like. S6. So now we got to look and see what it takes to go first to third. On an S6 is a 7 and up. Boa can run, but not that well. He's a 4, so he's going to stop at second. And we'll have first and second with 1 out for Sandberg. And with Durham's up. So Leon Durham is up first and second. And Boa technically would be able to go on a 1, but it's a 13. So Runners are going to stay, and Durham's going to bat first and second, 1 out. And we get a 7-2, and that's a blank. So we go to Durham. And 6-1. And it's a fly to left. So now we got to roll on the fly ball 2-3 chart. With Boa on second. See if he can go to third. And we get a 1-6. Fly out second to third. 1-6 is advanced, 6 or 7, but we already said he was, what, a 4? So he's going to hold on the fly to left, and there's going to be 2 out first and second for Sandberg. Ryan Sandberg is 1 for 2. He had a big triple in the last game that scored what ended up being the winning run. I'm not going to do strategy roll here with 2 out first and second. There's no strategy here, and technically Boa could steal, but I'm not going to even look for it with 2 out. 1-3, and 1-3 is question marks. D20 is a 7 against a right-handed batter, and that's a home run chance. Look at that. 2-11 against a right-hand batter is a home run chance. So we got a roll on Sandberg. Sandberg against a righty pitcher, 17. There are runners on base, but Romanek has a 0 for EO, so it's going to stay 1-17, and Sandberg's going to hit a home run here, a 3-run shot. He needs a 1-17, and it's a 7, and that is a home run for Sandberg. And the Cubbies open this game up. That is a 3-run bomb. And the Cubbies take a 6-1 lead. Ryan Sandberg, home run. And that'll bring up Matthews. See if Romanek can get out of this inning. He needs 1 out. Nobody's on. Let's see if he can just finish out this inning. He'll probably come out next inning. 3-6. 3-6 is an auto out against a lefty, but it's a K chance against Matthews, who's right-handed. So against a righty, Matthews is an 11, and that's a 12, so it just misses. There's no ballpark adjustment. So he's going to get the swing. And 4-3 is a fly to center. 4-3 on Matthews is just a fly to center. So he does finally get out of the inning, but not before he gives up 3 runs, and it is 6-1. Cubbies, bottom 5. Give the Angels here one more crack to do something against Eck. Bottom of the order, number 9 hitter Rob Wilfong, who I put in this game at short for Schofield. Get another lefty in the lineup. But he's 0 for 1, he flied to left. Down by 5 now are the Angels. Cubbies getting the better of the Angels 2 games in a row. We got a 3-6. 3-6 is a possible error on a ground ball. Let's see what we get. 7-8, and against a righty, that is an S3. What is it? Is there any? I don't think there's anything on an S3. No, it's just ground balls. EGs are just ground balls now, so that's just going to be a base hit. 7-8, that was an S3 for Wilfong. So he's got a single pass first, and he's on. He is a 1 attempt. With Eckersley's +2, that's a 3, but with a 5-run deficit, I probably wouldn't send him anyway. He actually gets a 3, but I'm not going to send him. I'm going to, he's only an 11 steal anyway. I'm going to keep him at first, down 5 runs. And Brian Downing is up. Runner on first, nobody out. Got a 1-8. 1-8's a K chance. Downing against a righty is an 8 strikeout, but that's an 11, so no strikeout. Downing gets the swing. And we get an 8-7. And that's a star 3, so that's just a fly to left. Downing is out, 1 out. Runner holds. Brings up the great hitting Rod Carew, who's 1 for 2 in this game. Again, Wilfong, it's a 10. He wouldn't have gotten it that time anyway, but I wouldn't send him. Down 5 runs. So Carew will swing with Wilfong at first and 1 out. And we get a 1-5. And that's at the ballpark. It's our first at the ballpark. Here's Anaheim. Always dangerous when you roll these at the ballparks because there's a lot of hits and home runs on the ballpark cards. 6-4 is a... Now, this is based on the batter. So, Carew is lefty. So, this is actually a base hit. 6-4 is a base hit. It's an S6 for the left-handed hitter. Single and single pass short. Again, you need to be what, a 7? You need to be a 7 plus, so that's not Wilfong. So he's going to stop at second. Wilfong is a 4. So we got first and second one out. Angels trying to get back in this game. Doug DeCinces will bat. I'm not even going to bother with strategy. He's just swinging down 5. No one's stealing. First and second, one out. Not going to make an out at third, down 5 runs. So we're just going to let it play. Eckersley, 7-7 is a K chance. DeCinces against righties. Strikes out at a 10 clip, and that's a 6. DeCinces, big strikeout for Eckersley. And that's the second out. First and second, and it's going to be up to Mr. October. Reggie Jackson, later in his career, but he could still hit it out. And again, no strategy rolls. 2 out, first and second, down by 5. It's going to be Eckersley against Jackson. See what happens. Jackson so far has struck out twice in this game. And we get a 5-8. And 5-8 is a possible error on a booted ball. Interesting time to get this in EB. See, Reggie. 3-2, and that is a ground ball. 3-2 is a grounder to second. Second base is, whose second base is Sandberg? Sandberg is a, oh, he's only a 2 error, and it's a 2. Oh, wow. It's a 2 on the D20. Look at that. It's a 2 on the D20, and he is a 2 error. Unbelievable. Here's Sandberg. Second base, he's a 2 error. And he gets the 2, so that's going to be a 1 base error. And we're going to have the bases loaded. So they had a chance to get out of that inning, and the D20 would not allow it. Bases loaded, 2 out for Juan Beniquez. Again, no strategy. Bases loaded, 2 out. We are just going to let these guys play. Beniquez trying to get a big hit to get the Angels back in the game. And 4-1 on Eck is a K chance. Beniquez is a 12. That's an 8, and he struck him out. What a big strikeout for Eckersley. So he's able to overcome the error and get out of the bases loaded jam, and the Cubbies continue to lead the Angels through 5. It's 6-1.